Well, welcome to Speaking of Horses. I'm your host, Wayne Williams, and we're ready to go right here with some of the great stories from the horse industry. So join us as we get ready to go Speaking of Horses right here on this station. Well, hey, thank you for joining Speaking of Horses. Today, we are going to go back to the Equus Film Festival held at Briarfest 2019 in July of 2019. And we met up with some people. Number one, the Cobra Project, a wonderful Mustang, who have presented this Mustang at Briar. Also a movie, A Pony and His Boy, is being shown, along with other movies, and we caught up with some of the child stars of these movies. Let's listen. Hey, it's Wayne Williams, Speaking of Horses, Briarfest 2019. It's the 30th anniversary of Briarfest. My guest, Ashley Cusso, and it's Cobra, and you have a beautiful Mustang.
Oh yeah, we do.
Tell us about it.
So I work for Marcia Sapp at her training facility in Tallahassee, and she trained Cobra the Mustang, who was a 3 strikes wild horse, and now he's got world championships under his belt. Briar horse.
Yeah.
He's a USEF Horse of the Year. So I made the music video for him, and it's kind of like a short documentary. It tells the story and has a really beautiful song written by Peter Prince.
So what do you do with this video?
So we're showing it to as many people as we can. It's on YouTube. It has over 70,000 views right now. We're hoping Briarfest will really amp up that number.
Well, is this your first trip to Briar?
No, we came in 2017 when he was a new model.
Okay, all right. See, I was actually the arena announcer for 20 years here, and this is my 3rd year not announcing. But this is, when I first came in here, it's just, I do a lot of live horse events around the country. I could not figure out what I was going to do in Lexington for Briar until I found out how many horses and the caliber of horses that they bring in here. It is absolutely amazing.
It's really wild.
So you've been here, this is 2nd year, right?
Yes.
And you get Briar fever.
Of course. I've had Briar fever since I was little.
Yeah, you were one of those little kids.
Oh yeah.
Chasing those Briar model horses.
But to be here with a real Briar horse with Cobra is just amazing. And then to have the Equus Film Festival, Lisa Deerson's festival showing Cobra's film is just incredible.
And I've done a lot of coverage with Lisa the last few years in Manhattan every year at the festival, Equus Film Festival. And actually, I was at the first one in Chicago years ago because I live in southern Wisconsin, so it wasn't all that far. But it's been a blast, and to do coverage on my TV show and everything just is wonderful.
Well, we were there in Brooklyn this year in December or January, and Cobra won big for the music video category. Wild Horse Dance Video.
The Brooklyn one this year I missed. I did Manhattan for like 3 years in a row. And I missed Brooklyn this year. Something, I know what it is. I do a Quest Fest for the Rose Parade, a show in Burbank at the LA Equestrian Center. And I put that show on for them. And we had an emergency meeting because they were having the wildfires. And I had to go to LA because we had an emergency meeting on how we're going to make this work if Burbank got into this fire zone. That's what it was. That's why I had to skip. It all comes back to me now. But the memory finally works. You know? So you're here. This is obviously the last day, but the film is running.
Yes, the film's running, and we're retiring Cobra. So
oh wow! This is the shot.
This is the one. Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're glad to have you here. How do people contact you and learn more about it?
So, first thing I'd love people to do is watch the video. So, Cobra the Mustang on YouTube, you'll see it right there. I'm Ashley and I made it. Marcia trained Cobra. Peter Prince wrote the song. And then we're on Facebook. We give daily updates, and I'm working on a documentary about Cobra right now, so there'll be more.
There'll be more at the film festival too. And this festival is going to be here this fall at the horse park again. It's going to be here in December. You can come see the Christmas lights at the horse park and the Equus Film Festival. I bet you're here, right?
Okay.
I bet you know. this is a magical place. And ever since you said you're from Tallahassee, the song's been running through my brain before we slide off. And it's an old 60s song called She's My Tallahassee Lassie. You remember that? No, you don't. I knew you wouldn't remember that because we're in a different zip code. But there was a rock song called Tallahassee Lassie. Absolutely was. Yeah. Speaking of horses, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we at Speaking of Horses invite you to join us as we bring you many programs over the next few months, from retired racehorse makeover programs to horse rescue operations to therapeutic riding operations. Anything that benefits the horse, the rider, any discipline, any wonderful project. So we want you to join us right here on Speaking of Horses. We got some really good stuff coming up. And of course, you can always check out all of the other stuff we do, video as well, at speakingofhorses.com on our website. In the meantime, thanks for joining us here on this radio station. And we're going to bring you a lot more of Speaking of Horses.
Well, hey, welcome to Speaking of Horses. And we are at Briarfest. This is the 30th anniversary of Briarfest. Jonathan Field is my guest, and Jonathan is featured here. You're one of the celebration horses. And
yeah, well, I think Hal is actually featured more than me. But Wayne, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's really been too long.
It's been a while.
And Hal is a feature horse, and we're super proud of him. He deserves it. He's had an amazing career, and I'm here, or I'm at where I'm at in the horse industry, with the career and the life that I love because of Hal.
Well, Hal's done a lot. Tell us a little bit about what Hal has done.
So,
for those that don't
Hal, I got Hal when he was a 3-year-old, and he was a little bit troubled. He was very unconfident, and but we bonded pretty quickly, and we traveled around over the last many years. He's been retired for about 5 years now, so he's sound, he's happy. He's a horse that has been my kid's horse this last few years, but we traveled around the country and did liberty demonstrations and riderless riding demonstrations where we met at the Horse Expo in Sacramento all those years ago, and just showed people the potential of the horse-human relationship. And Hal was a kind of horse that he started out very unconfident, but as soon as I built his confidence because of his sensitivity and his ability to just really focus and listen, he always made me look good. It was kind of a horse that I could half align the stars and he would finish the rest.
Everybody that has made it in the areas where you're at, training, clinician, competing at high levels with horses, can always point to one or two horses. And if they have any savvy at all, they say, that horse made me. That horse helped to make me because he or she was so good. It just made my job easy.
How was that horse? And I owe him. To bring him to Kentucky, to be honored as a Briar horse, is just such a.
So how did this selection process with Briar happen?
So what happened was I was in Lexington, either with Lexington or at the Road to the Horse 4 years ago, or 5 years ago. And it might have been in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I'm not sure, but one of the ladies that is with the breed for Briar seen Hal and I do a demonstration. And she called me up about a year or two ago and she said, Jonathan, I just would love to honor this horse. I watched you guys together and I was touched. And I said, whatever we got to do, let's do it. And so we hauled him here, and I'm just grateful to have him here. And he's had 1,000 pictures today, and he's got his own model.
And you hauled him here from West Coast to Canada.
West Coast, it was 5 days, yeah. So luckily, now I didn't haul him. My friends hauled him. I flew, so. But
okay, you got that figured out.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'm very grateful to them. So I can't take credit for their 10 days of driving.
Yeah, because we're here in Lexington, Kentucky, and that's several miles from Vancouver, British Columbia.
It's a few miles,
yeah. Well, anyway, you've had an amazing run, and yes, and I have worked with you a time or two, I think, at Murfreesboro. That expo down there as well.
Well, we've been, I don't know, I've been to Murfreesboro for the Road to the Horse.
Oh, Road to the Horse is where you were.
Yeah, that's where I was, yeah. up. But I know we have many other expos over the years we've been together, and Wayne, I've always appreciated your professionalism, your wonderful voice, and the way you warm up a room, and you've opened up an audience for me so many times with such graciousness and excitement for what we do.
Well, I appreciate very much what you're saying. I mean, my job as an announcer, or I consider myself kind of like a host, but all my job is to do is set the stage for you or whoever else is coming on, and make your life as easy as I can. Because you guys are the stars. I'm just kind of that glue that holds it together.
You've done an amazing job, and it's great to see you again.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's good to see you. And we're here at Lexington, Kentucky Horse Park. It's July of 2019, the 30th anniversary of Briarfest. We're certainly glad to have you here.
Congratulations, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Really.
My guest, Jonathan P.
Thank you. See you, everybody.
Okay, we're still here at Lexington at Equus Film Festival talking about the movie Billy and Blaze. We have Ivan and Catherine. Now, you're both in the movie. What parts do you play?
I play Gordon, who is the antagonist.
You're the antagonist.
Yes.
Okay. And you?
I play Kate, who is Billy's friend.
Okay. So how did you guys get involved in the movie?
So our grandma is the director.
Oh, well, that helps.
Yeah, a lot. So, you know, she just asked us if we wanted, you know,
To be in the movie?
yeah.
And do it?
And we said, yeah, because it's awesome, you know, to get a chance to be in a movie.
It's different, though, isn't it? When
Yeah.
you're with a camera crew and everything and all that. Do they do makeup on you?
No, not a lot.
Not a lot? Well, you don't need a lot of makeup. You're in good shape. But it's different, and you can work a lot of hours to get just a short amount of film that's actually usable. But you've got to put in a lot of time, a lot of takes, a lot of sitting around waiting to get the next scene set, right? So, you guys, is this your first movie for both of you?
We had a movie before this that was also directed by my grandma, but I'm not sure if it's going to come out. It's very scary, so.
But you're just getting started in this. Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just going on camera and doing those things and then seeing what the product is really.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you both for joining us here. You had a good time too, didn't you? Yeah, I'm sure you did. Speaking of horses, we're here at the Equus Film Festival during Briarfest 2019.
Well, that's our show. I'm your host, Wayne Williams. Speaking of horses, we'll be back next week with a brand new show. Or join us at speakingofhorses.com.